Hello again! Glorious day to my wonderful viewers and patrons, because it seems RWBY has indeed found its new home at Viz Media, who, given the massive RWBY-centric theming of their website, currently are also very excited by this purchase. In some ways, I am surprised to be surprised, as Viz is a company RWBY have worked with in the past in regards to the mangas, but this is also a big step for Viz itself, as they don't normally make their own materials but act as a distributor, dubber, etc. This means that they're evolving their company and feel confident enough in RWBY as a franchise to do so. All in all, super encouraging on that end, especially as they're good on products and apparently decent enough bosses that Tyrion's VA is up for working with them. On the RWBY side of things, palpable excitement seems to be the order of the day. Understandably so, as many involved in the making of the series, from writers to voice actors and artists, all showed knowledge that this was coming and have been building excitement for the last few days. Given Kerry Shawcross's own words, we know that he was always intending to get as many people from RWBY in with whoever purchased RWBY as possible. And despite what some complainers may say, it really only makes logical sense to both keep the pre-existing team on board and to continue the series from where it left off. I mean, realistically, the only reason to purchase a story that's already in progress is if it already has an active enough fan base to make it worthwhile and you want to utilize the people who already have demonstrated the skills in telling that story. And that's about as much attention as I'm going to give the complainers. Back to brighter news, we're getting the music back on streaming services, and likely RWBY itself back on streaming services, now that the keys to the kingdom are officially changing hands. What's more, we're already getting official art. Awesome, and if we contrast it to the V9 poster, it's very distinct. In Volume 9, RWBY feels boxed in and looks overwhelmed while the team is lost in their own struggles. In the new art piece, RWBY's triumphant, holds sway over the scene, and the rest of the team have her in clear focus with everyone on the same page. And it looks like we might be getting a preview of their vacuo outfits. So for a brief fashion extravaganza, let's do a quick scan. It looks like RWBY wants to show off some arm muscles by going sleeveless, which I am a big fan of. The cream and grey sleeves were always the only bits of her outfits I never vibed with. We finally have Ponytail Yang back from the war, and what seems to be very sporty gear, fitting for the desert environment. Sorta gives me similar feels to her Ice Queendom outfit. Weiss is going to have some absolutely wild tan lines, and good luck to all artists, including myself, getting those semi-transparent sleeves to be working, let alone the frills. Very pretty though. And it seems like she's going back to the ponytail. Interesting. Blake is perhaps showing the most changes, with her seemingly going for a short cloak, and in contrast to Volume 1, emphasizing her faunus traits with golden earrings. Love to see it. Very similar to Carly's as well. Suffice to say, I'm very pleased, especially as by the standards of the show finding a new home, this is incredibly quick. Seriously, I watched the Warrior Nun fandom fight tooth and nail. I'm well aware City of Heroes took 10 years to get out any news. Even big hits like Wednesday have to fight just to get renewed. So the fact that this went through within like 52 to maybe 120 days at most is incredibly swift by industry standards. And given Viz Media's reputation regarding merchandise, I can only imagine that they have some pretty good ideas and are very confident they're going to sell. All in all, I am excited and hopeful. Thanks for tuning in.